Welcome to today's episode of the show. I'm really excited to dive into today's conversation around closing energy leaks so that you can really show up in your full vitality, in your sense of full capacity of energy. So there are many things that can block us from really feeling the way that we want to feel and really showing up as the best version of ourselves. And a big part of that has to do with energy. If you're someone who struggles with energy throughout the day, you find yourself constantly feeling anxious or feeling exhausted throughout the day, and you have this lower energy than what you truly want to have, you find yourself maybe having more coffee than you'd like to, or doing other quick fixes to get that heightened energy. Well, most of the time it has little to nothing to do with how much caffeine you have in your body. It really has to do with what's going on in the inner world that is blocking us from being fully online with our energy and our capacity. So that's what we're diving into today. So the first thing that I want to share with you today around energy leaks and owning your energy and being in this present moment in time is that our energy, having energy really has to do with being in the present moment in time. When we are not present in this moment in time, we're disconnected from our body, we're disconnected from reality, and we're somewhere else. So if you are not here, then where are you? Really, if you think about it, if you're not fully in the present moment, where are you? You're somewhere else. And with that, there's an energy expense that's happening that's depleting your energy. So we're going to talk about this. This is one of the foundational pieces of the work that I have in one of my signature programs where we actually put this into action so that you can really show up with energy, vitality, and stop leaking your energy and power in all directions. So the first piece is closing the past, closing back doors in your life. So, are you someone who tends to leave back doors open in your life? These could be unfinished conversations. These could be, possibilities of revisiting something. This could be keeping a lot of doors open in your life, a lot of plan Bs, a lot of plan Cs, a lot of open loops. And what happens when we have these back doors open in our life, whether it's with a relationship that didn't work out, that's incomplete, and we're like, well, maybe in the future. And you kind of have that open communication with that person, but really you're wanting to move forward. You're wanting to create that relationship that you really want to move forward with, but you have these back doors open. You have these open possibilities, but you're not really committing to what you want. Those are energy leaks. So those are the back doors. This could be in your career. You could have plan Bs, plan Cs. If this doesn't work, then I have all these other options. And what happens on an energetic level, our mind and our energy is going in these different directions. Even when we want to move forward with one thing, it's blocking us from fully aligning and closing our energy and focusing it on that one thing that we truly want to call in, whether it's love, whether it's success in our career, our business, our family, our health. When we have back doors open, we cannot fully bring our full energy into the present moment because the past is where our energy is going. So it's kind of like looking in a rear view mirror when you're driving forward on a highway, right? You do it sometimes if you're like, changing lanes or something. Sometimes it's good to revisit the past or reflect on the past when you're about to make a transition in your life. Well, what's happened in the past? Is this what I want? Is this aligned? What are some things that didn't work in the past? It's good to reflect sometimes on the past. However, if you have the rear view mirror always, and you're always looking there and you're bringing that energy, what's going to happen is you're going to constantly be recreating the past in the present moment in time. And that's where your energy is going to go. And if you're driving a car, you're not going to be able to go very fast if you're constantly looking in the rearview mirror because you can't see what's in front of you. It's not really safe to move forward. You don't know how to move forward. You can't really bring those pieces of energy forward to the destination that you're wanting to go to because you're too busy looking in the past. So step number one to really owning your energy and closing energy leaks is close the back doors in your life. These could be conversations you need to have. These can be conversations you need to stop having with people. These can be plan Bs in your business, in your life that you're keeping open for entertainment or potentially for fear if what you're wanting doesn't exist. this is something that comes up a lot. Well, what if what I'm focusing on right now or what I want doesn't exist? What if I can't call it in? What if I'm not good enough? And sometimes it can also be fear of success that is blocking you or feels like it's blocking you from really closing those back doors. But I promise you, when you go and you close the back doors, you call the people and you say, I know we have an open loop with possibility in the future. However, I'm really calling in this right now, and I need to close this loop. I need to close this door. Or, in your business, if you have all these side projects, all of these things going on, stopping the side projects and saying it's not time for those right now. I'm fully committed to my vision and my mission. And that right away, as soon as you do that, as soon as you have the conversations, when you close the back doors, when you commit fully to that one thing that you want, your energy is going to come back to you. You're going to be more focused. You're going to be more aligned, and you're going to be more confident because you are fully committed to that one thing that you want. And that's another thing, commitment. Commitment these days feels like prison to so many people. Like, oh, I want more freedom. I want more freedom. I don't want to commit. Maybe that's to a relationship. Maybe that's to a business. Maybe that's to living somewhere, whatever it is. But the truth is, if we're not fully committed to one thing, we can't really have freedom in our life because we have all these open loops, which leaks our energy and can make us feel overwhelmed and depleted and scattered, right? So if you truly want to make an impact in your life, your business, and really feel the way that you want to feel and attract what you want, you got to close the back doors. You got to fully commit to something and fully see that out without any sidestepping, without any self-sabotaging. And that's another thing that these back doors and plan Bs and Cs can be, is it can be a high level way of getting in your own way and self-sabotaging what you really want to call in. And it's going to call back your energy. So the next piece is really releasing the what ifs in your life. I'm a strong believer in moving forward, being action oriented, being present in the now, and making decisions and taking action. However, sometimes it's important to revisit the past in order to close the door. Perfect example, when I was getting a divorce years ago, I had this feeling of what if I'm making a mistake? This is around that time, the fun time when you sign the papers and do the things. And I had that feeling of what if. And because the what if was there, I knew that I could potentially be making a mistake, and I didn't want to have an energy leak and moving forward, right? So I chose to revisit the past, revisiting that relationship in order to gain clarity. So what ifs can happen when we don't have clarity, or when we fully haven't listened to our intuition, or we're too much in our ego. For me, my ego was coming up and I was like, oh man, like I fully moved out. I was committed to the divorce, but that feeling inside of me was coming up of, well, what if I'm making a mistake? What if? What if I didn't give this person enough time and chances and all of the things? So I had to get over myself. I had to get over my ego, which sometimes we have to do, my friend, in order to revisit the past, to get clarity, to get the what if out of our life, right? And so that can be having a conversation with someone, that can be revisiting the past to get clarity with that intention of gaining clarity so that we can close that door. And so from going back into the relationship, I was able to realize that there were no what ifs anymore. And I was able to close that door with confidence, with grace, with knowing what I truly want, and taking a step forward. And so when we're not able to take a step forward, it always has to do usually with the past in the present, the past paralyzing us, the past, too many doors, open loops, and lack of clarity. So when we close the back doors, when we gain clarity, we can move forward, we can have the energy and momentum. You can really call your energy back. So the next piece of really closing the back doors and bringing in your energy back is forgiveness work. This is huge. I have another video on my YouTube channel that you can check out that is how to forgive the past, how to forgive yourself and release the past and forgive others. I highly recommend checking that out if you want to go through a process. And I have many other episodes on the show talking about specific different topics like healing trauma, having difficult conversations, forgiveness, betrayal, all those things. So feel free to tap into those resources if you want to go deeper on these things. Forgiving the past is so important. If we're holding on to grudges against others, ourselves, it leaks our energy and it contracts our organs. We get tightness, we get dis-ease manifesting in our body when we're not able to forgive and release the past. So forgiveness work is key. I really like the meditation series on the meditation I like to recommend for people is the Ho'oponopono. I hope I said that right. The Ho'oponopono Hawaiian meditation. It's on forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Super powerful. As I mentioned, I also have something on my YouTube channel that you can check out in multiple different pieces of the podcast, different episodes that you can check out on forgiveness and releasing the past. So this is important. Until we've forgiven others, until we've forgiven ourselves, we're gonna constantly be being triggered in the here and now from the past and revisiting those moments in time when things didn't feel good, and it's a huge energy leak. All right. So shifting gears a little bit here, there's so much I could share, and we only have so much time today, but I hope you're getting a lot of value, and I hope you're writing things down and making an action plan to make this happen, because nothing changes unless you take action. Nothing works without action. Am I right? So take this down, write it down, put it into action. I know it will help you have more energy, and it will help you close those back doors so that you can be more in the present moment in time. All right, my friend. So the next part that I feel called to speak on today is anxiety and future tripping. Are you someone who's constantly feeling like you're living in the future? You're constantly thinking about what you have to do tomorrow, what you have to do next, and you're go, go, go. Maybe you're a high performer. Maybe you're someone who is always on the go, and that's where you feel most aligned, most on purpose. If this is you, I've got some tips for you so that you can really, again, bring back your power, get into the present moment, release those energy leaks, and really come back to yourself. So the other night I had a dream. And our dreams give us a lot of insight. And in my dream, I was drowning. I fell off a bike and I was drowning, right? And in the dream, I came up for air. And as I came up for air, I said the words, "It's a self-worth issue." And then I woke up. I woke up to my words saying, "It's a self-worth issue." I don't know if you've ever woken up by you saying something out loud, a profound message from your soul. Happens to me sometimes, and I love that. I love it when that happens. So I woke up, and what I got from that message was overwhelm, distraction, being so future oriented, not paying attention in the now, being a workaholic. All of those pieces is not a productivity issue. It's not a distraction issue. It's not a overcommitment issue. It's not a goal issue. It's not a needing more systems issue necessarily. It's actually a self-worth issue, because when we are so busy in our schedule and we're giving our energy to everything else, everyone else, but not ourselves, it's a self-worth issue. Because when we understand our worth, when we honor ourselves on a deep level, we make time and space for ourselves. And that's where we get the energy. That's when we get clear on where we are spending our energy and how important our energy and time is. So my invitation for you, if you are someone who's constantly future tripping, you have anxiety, you're thinking about what's next, and maybe you're a little bit hard on yourself, and you don't really celebrate yourself, and it's just like go, 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 go. I want to invite you to take a moment right now to ask yourself the question, where am I not giving myself permission to feel? What am I not giving myself permission to ask for in my life? And where are these habits of constantly being busy, constantly putting other things in front of myself coming from? And how can I align myself deeper with my self-worth and really treating myself in a way where I am my own best friend? Because when we show up as our own best friend, we can slow down, ask ourselves the deeper questions, and close the back doors. And also know that sometimes what's driving us forward can oftentimes be a way to avoid really showing up for ourselves, can really be a way from blocking ourselves from feeling what our soul is calling us to feel, and can be a way of avoiding really showing up and listening to what our heart and soul is asking for. So I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please go ahead and share it with someone who you feel may benefit from closing some back doors in their life, releasing the past, and really understanding how potentially their future oriented life, the way that they are so busy, is impacting them, so that they can really call their energy back in and be in a space of their true power. So, if you're someone who's interested in diving deeper into this work of releasing and healing the past, integrating change that's constantly happening in our world, activating your highest gifts with the universe, and really showing up from a place of presence and embodying your magic and really owning your power and showing up as the best version of yourself, I want to invite you to go ahead and check out the link in the bio. I have one of my signature programs coming up this month, and I am super excited for it. It's called the Turn Your Light On program. And what we do in this program is we release the past, we integrate change, we activate your power so that you can show up as the best version of yourself and really align yourself with your mission, your purpose, and what you are here to do in the world. And the results from this program is so powerful that me not mentioning it would be doing you and everyone a disservice. So if you are feeling called to dive inwards, to realign, to stop playing small, to really show up in the present moment so that you can create a life that you love and really make the impact that you're here to make in the world, and release self-sabotage, release anxiety, release and remove overwhelm so that you can really have and be and create what you want, then I invite you to check out this program and get your butt into it, because it is a life changer and is seriously going to transform your life in so many ways if you choose to jump in and commit to this work. All right, my friends, sending you lots of love. Have yourself a beautiful day. And until the next episode, and again, for more resources, you can check out other episodes on the show, or you can head on over to my YouTube channel. Lots of love. Mwah.